Nani, you can see the screen?
I'm still see. Yes, yes, now, but
Okay,
can
it's
see
good.
clear.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so thank you so much to Dr. Nanik. Okay, first of all, I'd like to thanks to uh, facultas of Faculty of Veterinary Medicine, University of Airlangga, for inviting me as a speaker for this morning. But in Malaysia, it's not no longer morning. We are now afternoon already. Okay, so we are 1 hour different between Malaysia and Indonesia. Okay, thank you so much for inviting me here, even though I'm not
Tas ambil aja.
the expert. Okay, so I'm still learning, Nanik. But inshallah, we can share the knowledge
Alah,
among
kita
us.
kabari.
Okay, so first of all, let me introduce first me myself. Thank you so much, Nanik, for a brief introduction about me. Okay, so I'm Daniel from Management and Science University. I'm here since 2015 working in MSU. Okay, so basically my background is on neuroscience. Okay, as mentioned by Nanik just now, my background for master and PhD is in neuroscience. Okay, specifically in neuroanatomy. Okay, and then my research background is in neurodegenerative disease, neuroscience, and neurodevelopment. Okay, and basically for my research study, I focus more on animal study, which is I use rodent, rat, mice, rabbit. Okay, and then now I have a, a small experience, a simple experience dealing with a small monkey, okay, for my current study. And at the same time, also, I have a clinical study. I use a human as a model of my study. But basically, my background of the research, I use mostly animal as a model. Okay, so currently for my research study, I have done a few projects, which is currently I have Parkinson study, I have Alzheimer's study, anxiety, depression, and also autism study. Now the latest one I have is the stroke study. Okay, so as given the topic for me for today is from farm to farm, the potential effects of natural product in neurodegenerative disease. Okay, okay, so let's start my presentation. The slide is moving or not? Let me check first. It's
No, it's only in the first slide.
okay. Maybe it takes
Oh, yeah,
time.
now it's
Now,
good.
okay.
Okay.
Before I start my lecture, I would like to share a bit about my university in Malaysia, which is Management and Science University. So if you can see here, this is actually the campus of Management and Science University, or we call as MSU. So MSU is actually located at the middle of Kuala Lumpur. It's very near to Kuala Lumpur. And if you come from Surabaya to Malaysia, you will stop at KLIA, Kuala Lumpur International Airport. So you can see the highway here. This one is actually the highway from Kuala Lumpur International Airport and straight away to our campus in Shah Alam, which is very near to the airport, international airport. So it's very easy. If you come to Kuala Lumpur, you come to Malaysia, you will see this campus on the top. Okay, so Management and Science University, we have 10 offshore campus. We have in Jakarta also, MSU in Jakarta. We have MSU in China, Bangalore, Colombo. We have also in India. So we have 10 campuses with different discipline. Okay, so let's say for Jakarta, we have engineering campus there. Okay, in China, we have pharmacy campus. In Bangalore, we have medical school. In Colombo, we have biomedical school there. But the main campus is in Malaysia. Okay, and then the next slide here, you can see this one is the entrance of Management and Science University. It's a small campus. It's not big like UNER. It's not big like Airlangga University, but ours is small, cute, and very nice one. Okay, so this one is the what we call as the reason you mentioned here, the reason why we choose MSU. Okay, so as mentioned here, you can see the slide here. MSU is actually #1 for employability in Malaysia, which is 99% of the students get their job within 6 months after graduation. Okay, and Management and Science University is actually QS ranking, which is 5 stars university, and our ranking today we just received our new ranking. This one is not the updated one. Okay, so our ranking, alhamdulillah, the ranking is increasing for this year. Okay. So this one is the university ecosystem. Okay, so we have from medical faculty, pharmacy, health science, optometry, and then currently we just opened our new school, new faculty, which is Faculty of Veterinary and also Faculty of Dentistry. We just opened and we just recruit our first batch of the student this last month October. So we just received our new student for dentistry student and also veterinary students last month. So that's our new faculty in MSU. Okay, so now we have almost altogether 11 faculties and also school in MSU, including dentistry school and also veterinary school in Management and Science University. Last time we have only 9 school and also faculties, but this year we have 11, including the new one, Faculty of Veterinary and also Faculty of Dentistry. Okay, and then we have 7 Center of Excellence. This one is more on the research purpose. Okay, we have International Medical School, Software Engineering Center of Excellence. We have Leadership Entrepreneur Center of Excellence. Okay, we have a Center of Cyber Security and so on. So you can see here we have almost 7 centers of excellence in our campus in Management and Science University, Kuala Lumpur. Okay, the next one, this one is actually the what we call as a global connection. Okay, so we have every single semester we have a global connection. We send our students to our partner university outside there, from Japan to Korea to even Ailanga, also Management and Science University. Also we have MOU and also MOA with UNER. Okay, so we have very close relationship between MSU and also UNER. Okay, so last time we have exchange student from medical school to MSU. And also we changed our medical school student here to UNER. Okay, so we have a very good relationship with UNER and also MSU in Malaysia. Okay, and then this one is the last slide for MSU. Okay, so this one is, as I mentioned just now, we have 10 campuses of your campus. Okay, so you can see here we have 10 different campuses globally. Okay, so before I start my presentation, okay, so as mentioned before, my presentation is based on the natural product. Sorry. Okay, my presentation is based on the natural product. Okay, so basically for this study, I test on the cell, and then I test on the animal, and straight away, if the finding is good enough, then I do the clinical study. So for this one, I'm not going to share with you the finding of the clinical study, but this one is actually more on the product that I have in the market based on the preclinical study and also the clinical study. Okay, so in this presentation, in this session, I will explain to you and also I will share with you 2 projects that I have done at the moment. Okay, so the first project is the product I call as Nerve Grow Forte as an alternative for ischemic stroke. Okay, and then the second one is the stainless bee honey as an alternative treatment for Alzheimer's disease. Okay, so let's go one by one for this one. Okay, so this one is the first project, okay, Nerve Grow Forte. Basically, Nerve Grow Forte is a combination of 3 different type of synergism of the mushroom. Okay, I'll show you later the type of the mushroom. And here you can see this one is actually the mushroom that we have, and then we do the synergism for a product. Okay, so we give the name of the product Nerve Grow. So basically for my product in the market, I use the word nerve because I'm working with the neuron. So I use the word nerve. Nerve is neuro or nervous system. Grow is growing. So in this, what we call in this name of the product, I use the word nerve grow, meaning that the nerve is growing. Okay, so we use Nerve Forte as an alternative for ischemic stroke. Okay, so let's go one by one. Okay, so before I go to this topic, stroke study, okay, so as I mentioned before, I test this product on animal first, which is I use rat. Okay, I use rat as a model of the study before I proceed to the human. Okay, so let's go to the definition. What is stroke itself? Okay, so for this study, I focus on ischemic stroke. Okay, so what is ischemic stroke? The definition is very simple. Ischemic stroke is occur when a blood clot, okay, blood clot or blood, we call as narrow the an artery leading to the brain and cutting off the essential oxygen, also nutrient, especially to the brain. Okay, so it's account for approximately 87% of the cases globally. Okay, even in Malaysia, in Indonesia, in Thailand. So this one altogether is 87% cases worldwide, globally. Okay, so the most common cause including blood clot, which is thrombosis, embolism, and also narrow arteries due to the atherosclerosis. Okay, so basically for this ischemic stroke. Okay, the types, there are two main types. The first one is thrombotic stroke, which is caused by a blood clot forming directly in the artery, which is supplied to the brain. Okay, so we have what we call cerebral artery here, which is the main highway for the blood to travel straight away to your brain. Okay, so the second one, the type number 2 of the ischemic stroke is embolic stroke, which is caused by the clot formed elsewhere in the body that travels to the brain. Okay, so there are many factors actually uh, resulting or contributing to this ischemic stroke. So the major risk factor including high blood pressure, what else? Diabetes, high cholesterol, smoking, obesity, physical inactive mean that you eat, you sleep, you eat, you sleep. So that one is considered physical inactivity and atrial fibrillation. Okay, so the lifestyle is also one of the component that can contribute, one of the factor that can contribute to this stroke. Okay, such as the diet, alcohol consumption, lack of exercise also contribute significantly for this disease, which is the stroke. Okay, so stroke can be divided into three. So this one is the division of the stroke. Okay, so we have ischemic stroke, we have hemorrhagic stroke, and we have TIA, which is transient ischemic attack stroke. Okay, so this one, the major contribution still ischemic stroke. So as mentioned by WHO, you can see here, it's mentioned that almost 12.2%, 12.2 million people attacked with this stroke. Okay, so the next slide. Okay, in Malaysia, show rising trending in 2019. Okay, it's mentioned that it's roughly around 25K cases. Okay, the death is almost 20K cases and prevalence is roughly around 400,000 cases. Okay, so the graph here mentioned that the increasing trend of hospitalization due to the stroke from 2016 until 2018. So meaning that the trend is increasing every single year, meaning that this one is also alarming us. Okay, one of the thing that we need to think of. Okay, we need to taking care of ourselves. Okay, so the stroke itself is also based on the research, is mentioned that this is also may lead to the cognitive impairment. Okay, cognitive impairment. So it also may lead to the problem to the brain itself. Okay. So this one is the research problem, okay, research problem of ischemic stroke. The first one, why this study was done at the first place, okay, the first reason is because of the high number of mortality. So that is the first reason why we do this study, okay. So as mentioned before, in the world now, okay, in the world, okay, based on the statistic which is given by WHO, okay, I just refer this statistic, which is, it mentioned that ischemic stroke is number 2, okay, the second leading cause of the death, okay, right now, okay, the latest statistic released by WHO. So the second leading cause of the death is stroke, okay, and then the second statistic is mentioned that around 89 to 100 people in 100,000 population will affected with the stroke. Okay, so meaning that it is very high also. Okay, I can say that 100 population, 100 people in 100,000 population, which is quite high. Okay, and then stroke itself also in Malaysia itself in 2023, February 2023, our Ministry of Health mentioned that Malaysia will be one of the aging nation. Okay, negara tua. So when we mention about the aging nation, we have high number, which is more than 15 to 20% of the senior citizen. So this disease also affected the senior citizen. So once we have longevity, and then the probability of the stroke will be increased also. Okay, and then the drug itself that we have in the market is high side effect. Okay, so that is the research problem, the question why we do this study. Okay, so next one. The main objective of this study by using the nerve growth factor is we want to check the potential effect of this medicinal mushroom, which is the 3 different types of the mushroom, towards this ischemic. So either they have a positive effect or no. Okay, so let us share with you the what we call the result, the finding from this study. Okay, so basically from this study, I can see here we have five main objectives. The first one is to check on the safety and toxicity study of the nerve growth forte. Okay, and then number two, we check the infection. Why? Because we want to confirm the animal is ischemic stroke already. And then we check the behavioral changes after we induce with ischemic stroke, then we check the behavioral changes of the animal. Okay, the next one is we check on the histopathological changes by using different types of the staining, and also we do transmission electron microscope. Last but not least is we do the LISA test, which is we call as we check the inflammation. Okay, inflammation by using interleukin 1 beta, interleukin 6, NF alpha, and also NF kappa B to check either this one is got anti-inflammatory effect or not. Okay. So this one is actually the experimental model that we use in the lab. Okay, the first steps is actually we collect and prepare the mushroom. Okay, so this one is actually one of the difficult part of the study. Why? Because we need to gather all the mushroom, meaning that we need to have a mass amount of the raw material before we start the study. Okay, but for this one, we collaborate with the industry. Okay, we collaborate with the industry to produce us the raw material of the mushroom. Okay, so the next one is we do the toxicity study by using three different dosage. Okay, low dose, medium dose, and also high dose. And then for behavioral study, we do MNSS score, and then we do cognitive and also locomotor. So this one also same. I will show you what are the behavioral study, neuro behavior that we have done from this study. Okay, and then to confirm the animal is got stroke or not, then we need to confirm by using TTC staining. Okay, TTC staining is the staining to confirm at the brain side either there is the infection or not. Okay, then once it's confirmed, then we proceed with the histological study. We stain with hematoxylin and eosin, Nissl stain, or we call as crescent violet stain, and also we proceed the last for histology is transmission electron microscope. Okay, for biochemistry analysis, we use ELISA, and also we do the molecular study, which is by using immunofluorescence study. And last but not least is the data analysis. Okay, so as mentioned before, this one is actually the mushroom. Okay, so we have three different type of the mushroom here. Okay, so for this study, we use lion mane mushroom, tiger mud mushroom, also Ganoderma. Okay, so these three types of the mushroom, we combine together with a special formulation. So this one, we have the what we call expertise. Okay, we collaborate with the pharmacists, we collaborate with the pharmacologists, okay, to produce a special formulation, a effective and significant formulation of this synergism effect from these three different type of the mushroom. So from this formulation, okay, from lion mane mushroom, tiger mud mushroom, and also Ganoderma, we come with the name which is Nerve Grow Forte. So that one is actually the product that we have. So as you can see here, this one is actually the image of the farm that we have in Malaysia. Okay, so this farm is actually, we develop this farm, we collaborate with industry, okay, and then we develop a farm for the mushroom. So now we have nearly 100 types of the mushroom, okay, for research purpose and also for what we call for business purpose also. Okay, so we grow this mushroom, okay, and then we do the research. Okay, so this one is actually the farm for the mushroom. Okay, so this one you can see, this one is actually the media, okay, for mushroom to grow. So we have the special media for this mushroom, how to grow the mushroom to make sure they can grow very well, because we need to have a big raw material, okay, to allow us to produce the product in the market. Okay, so every single thing, we in Malaysia, MSU, and also we collaborate with the industry to produce this product in the market. So luckily, this product is almost 3 years in the market. Okay, 3 years in the market for this Nerve Growth Forte. Okay, and then this one is actually the lab facilities. This one is industrial scale, a big one. This one is not for research. This one is for, because the scale is very big. So this one is actually for what we call the production of the mushroom. Okay, so this one is the industrial scale facilities. So this one also we have in nearby to our campus, which is roughly around 30 minutes from our campus in Malaysia. Okay, so this one is the worker to prepare the materials, media for the mushroom. Okay, preparation of the mushroom media. Okay, so that is a bit on the sample raw material preparation. Okay, so let's move to the research study. Okay, so after we prepare the mushroom, raw material of the mushroom, so as mentioned, we need to have a big number of the raw material. So that's why we need to have the uh, a big farm. Okay, a big farm. So this one is actually the animal design, animal study. So the first one is we use the S-Direct. Okay, we use S-Direct as a model. Okay, so what we do is we occlude, okay, we occlude the cerebral artery, okay, and then we proceed with that one. MCO is actually the model for stroke, which is close to the model of ischemic stroke in the human. There are many types of the model, okay. People use BCAO, people use hypertension rate, people use MCO. So from this model, MCO is actually a very close model to ischemic stroke in the human. So that's why we choose MCO, even though MCO is quite challenging because the number of mortality is very high compared to BCO and also hypertension rate. But since this model is very close to ischemic stroke, then we use this model because towards the end, we want to compare to the human and also to clinical study. Okay, so for this one, we proceed with three different dosage. Okay, three different dose of nerve growth forte. We use low dose here, medium dose, and also high dose, and then we proceed with the toxicity study you can see here. Okay, so for animal study, we only give the treatment for 28 days, which is roughly around 1 month. Okay, the question is why? Because we want to see either this product got positive effect or not. So that's why we want to see the effect of 1 month first. If let's say the result is very good, then so that's why we proceed with the clinical study. See, that one we use human study, and then we treat for the human for roughly another 90 days for this treatment. Okay, so this one is the procedure, the timeline for this study. Okay, so we acclimatize first the animal, okay, and then we proceed with the surgery, which is MCO surgery. Okay, so after that, we proceed with MNSS scoring test to check either the animal is confirmed or not ischemic stroke. Okay, so starting from there, we do the neurobehavior, okay, by using the what we call open field test. We do the T-maze, we do pull test, Morris water maze, and also we do the Rotarot test. So this one is actually the routine that we need to do throughout these 28 days of the study. Okay. Okay, so this one is actually the model for MCO, okay, middle cerebral artery occlusion. Okay, so you can see here, this one is actually the carotid artery. Okay, this one is the carotid artery. So this is actually the main artery that supply the nutrient, supply the oxygen straight away to the brain. So this one is actually the one that we block. Okay, you can see here the image at the left side. Okay, this one is the schematic diagram of the rat. Okay, so we occlude here, and then you can see the black one here. This one is actually the filament that we need to insert. See, so why the question is why we insert the filament? The filament act is actually to block, okay, the artery, to block the artery. But for this one, we only block for 90 minutes. Okay, we apply for 90 minutes only, then we can see the effects of the brain. So meaning that the blood cannot flow. Okay, the blood cannot flow. We only block one side only. Okay, and then you can see the infarction of the brain after 90 minutes of blockage. Okay. So this one is quite challenging because to make this procedure, okay, you need to have what we call the filament. You need to have the what we call, I forgot already, the laser Doppler, okay, to control and to check the heartbeat and so on. Okay, but this method is quite difficult because of procedures and also the mortality level also quite high. Okay, so this one is actually the procedures that I have done in the lab. You can see here, this one is the way how we occlude. Okay, we block the middle cerebral artery. Okay, so you can see here, this one is the procedure. So basically, this procedure we learn in NUS, Nanyang University, National University of Singapore, and also NTU, Nanyang Technical University. So we attached in Singapore for almost 6 months to learn this method. So this method is actually we learn from them. Okay, so my student and me, we attached in Singapore last 2 years. Okay, to study this model. Okay, so this one is the procedures that we have done in the lab. So we block this one and then we insert the filament here at the artery. Okay, so this one is actually the post injury. Okay, after 90 minutes. Okay, after 90 minutes, we leave the animal until they wake up, and then we see the effect. So this one is actually the effect of the stroke. Okay, the animal cannot walk properly. Okay, and normally the animal working style is like a circle, it's round shape structure. Okay, it's circle, it's like a round. The animal cannot walk in a straight line. Okay, so that's why you can see here, the animal, the way how the animal is working is like a circle one. Okay, so this one, once you see this one, then it's confirmed the animal is stroke. Okay, the other thing that we confirm is by using TTC staining, and then we check the what we call the infarction. Okay, later you will see the infarction. Okay, so after that, we do the toxicity testing, okay, by using 3 different dosage, okay, low dose, medium dose, and high dose, which is 750 mg per kg that will apply to the animal. Okay, and then after that, we check the kidney and then we check the liver to check either this product is toxic or not to the animal. Okay, this one is actually the finding of TTC staining. Okay, so we stain this one, and then you can see here the normal one is all red color or all pink color. Then you can see here this one, the white color one, that one is we call as infarction. Okay, at the penumbra side. Okay, so you can see here this one is white color. This one is also turned to white color also. Okay, and then maybe this part is not really white. Okay, so this one is actually the evidence to show you that the animal now is stroke, or we call as ischemic stroke. Okay, so once we have done the surgery, okay, then we need to proceed with the neurobehavioral testing. Okay, we check the behavior. The first one, as you can see here, we do MNSS, which is Modified Neurological Severe Scoring. So this one, there are many MNSS tests. Okay, that for me, I use 14 score. Okay, 14 score, 14 score. And then there are also 12 score, 18 score, and so on. Okay, so the next one is we check on the locomotor skills functioning test. So for this one, we check by using the test that we call as pull test, okay, rotarot test, and also open field test. Okay, so these are actually the tests that we did to check the locomotor skill, locomotor strength. Okay, and then the last of these neurobehavior is we check on the cognitive impairment. Okay, so for this one, you use the T-Maze and also Morris Water Maze. So this one is to check the memory and learning of this animal. Okay, so this one is quite interesting to check and to confirm this animal is okay or KO. Okay, so the next one is after we do the behavioral study, then we proceed with the histopathological testing. For this one, we stain the brain. Okay, we take up the brain, we harvest the brain, and then we stain with cressyl violet, and also we stain with HNE. Last but not least is we use transmission electron microscope to check the deeper part, which is for this one, we check the mitochondria, we check the myelin, we check the axon, and also we check the nucleus, which is we cannot do by using cressyl violet and also HNE staining. Okay. Okay, the last one is the last for this study. We do the what we call the biochemical study. So this one we check the inflammation, okay, neuroinflammation by using ELISA test. For this one, we have 4 different types of the biomarker. The first one is TNF alpha, interleukin 1 beta, interleukin 6, and also NF kappa-B to check the pathway of the neuroinflammation. Either it is considered as anti-inflammation or opposite way. Okay, so this one is the ELISA test that we have done in the lab. Okay, and last, after we finish our study, we proceed with statistical analysis. Okay, so this one is actually some of the result that we have. Okay, so now we are going to the result part. Okay, so this one is actually the brain of the rat. Okay, so you can see this part is actually the infarction. Okay, so that's why you can see the side here is actually much more darker compared to the other side. So this one is actually at the hippocampus, okay, which is very near to the penumbra area. Okay, so this one is actually the gross anatomy, okay, morphological appearance of the rat after 2 hours of occlusion. okay, 2 hours of occlusion by using the method of MCEO, middle of cerebral artery occlusion. Okay, and then this one is the TTC staining. Okay, so you can see the right side here. Okay, the right side here, this one is white color, white color, white color here. Okay, you can see the right side here. This one is MCO. So this one you can see very clear, the white color one. Okay, compared to this one. This one is red color, and this one is the white color one, cloudy color one. So this is actually to confirm the animal is now have the infarction area, which is we can say this one is the ischemic stroke brain. Okay, let's move the next one. Okay, so this one is the slice. Okay, we call as the brain metric. Okay, we cut the region of the brain and then we stain with TTC. So this one you can see, this one is the part that I circle of the infarction in animal brain. Okay, so for toxicity study, thank God, okay, from this study, even we give them low dose, medium dose, and also high dose, we cannot see any toxic, we cannot see any problem, even we give high dose of the treatment. Okay, so Alhamdulillah, based on the study, we can say that the product, which is Nerve Growth Forte, is safe for the animal. Okay, the number of mortality is 0. The number of toxicity in the kidney or liver is not significant. Okay, so that is for toxicity. Okay, the next one, we go to the neurobehavioral study. Okay, sorry for the typo here, study STUDY. Okay, so the first one is actually we use MNSS, okay, Modified Neurological Severity Score Point. Okay, so you can see here, based on the result here, the lesser the number or the lesser the scoring, we can say that the animal is healthy. Okay, so in this study, you can see the green color one. Okay, so the reading is not even very high. Okay, so meaning this one is maybe 1 or 2 scoring, which is healthy animal. Okay, you can see the red color one. Okay, the red color one is the stroke model, which means I give the occlusion MCO to the animal and straight away after 2 hours, and then I check the MNSS score. So you can see here the reading is almost 11, 10, 11 scoring. So meaning that we can say that after occlusion, the animal show the stroke sign. Okay, the stroke sign. But Alhamdulillah, after the treatment, okay, we give the animal low dose, medium dose, and high dose. We can see the trend of the MNSS scoring is gradually decreased, okay, after we give the treatment. Okay, so based on this study, low dose and medium dose show the decreased number of MNSS, but the most significant one is the high dose. Okay, this is not 100, this one is 750 dosage. Okay, so what we can say here is actually the treatment by using nerve growth forte show the significant changes, the potential changes in stroke animal. Even though the stroke still present, but at least the percentage is dropping. Okay, the percentage is dropped gradually. Okay, we don't expect the animal back to the normal. We don't expect the animal is 100% healthy. Okay, but at least there are something after we give the treatment. Okay, the next one is, this one is actually the scoring. Okay, MNSS scoring. Okay, so this one is actually the draft of the scoring. Okay, the next one is Rotarot test. Okay, Rotarot test is actually to check the locomotor. Okay, the strength, the lower limb strength. Okay, the what we call the leg strength. Okay, so you can see here the green color one is the healthy one. So that's why the reading is very nice one. Okay, so we compare to the red color one, the bottom one. Okay, so once we put the animal on the rotarod, and the animal straight away fall down because the animal cannot hold, the animal cannot breathe at the rotarod test. Because of what? Because of the locomotor weakness. Okay, so that's why once we give the treatment by using these 250, 500 or so high dose, then we can see the changes is much more significant, especially at the high dose level. It shows that the higher the dosage, the higher the time of the treatment that spent on the rotarod test, meaning that the treatment show another second evidence that we can say that based on the behavior, it show the potential of neurobehavior to back to the normal one. Okay, and then the next one is poll test. Okay, poll test is one of the tests also we use. Okay, we cannot use one behavior. We need to use at least 3 or 4 to confirm, to avoid from any bias. Okay, so from this poll test also we have two here, time to turn, meaning that once we put the animal at the top of the poll test, and then how many times the animal take to turn their head to go down. Okay, and then it's also show the same trend as the rotarot test. Okay, so as you can see here, the control one is always very nice. Okay, and then you can see the stroke one, the red color one, is always very bad once we give them the treatment. Okay, low dose, medium dose, and high dose, it show a significant changes towards the study. Okay, and then the next one is open field test. Okay, so this one is one of the test, neurobehavior test. Okay, we put animal on the inside the box. Okay, we call as the open field test. And then the normal animal, the healthy animal, normally they will explore from one part to another part. Okay, so that is the nature of the rat. Okay, the nature of the rat is they are always explore. But the problem now here, you can see the red color one. This one is the stroke one. The animal distance walking in the open field test is very less, which is less than 1 meter here. Okay, so basically for this one, we put them in the open field test for 20 minutes, and then we record, and then we analyze by using we analyze by using what software, smart software. Okay, so after we give the treatment, low dose, medium dose, and high dose, then finally we can see the significant changes of them in this. So the higher the dosage, the more distance traveled within the treatment group. So meaning that this treatment group shows something. Okay, there's some positive changes in the study. Okay, so the next one, Morris Watermaze, is another neurobehavioral test, but this one is for cognitive and memory. Okay, for memory study. Okay, so for this one also show the same trend. Okay, the red color one, the stroke one, is always show the bad result. Okay, compared to the low, medium, and high dose. So this one also same, the result show that there was significant distance target to the platform with a stroke model. So we put the animal in the Morris water maze full with the water, so the animal cannot see the platform, but luckily the animal can travel to the platform. Okay, so this one is one of the behavior that again we can confirm for this study. Okay, the last neurobehavior that we use is T-maze. This one is also memory and learning behavior that we use. So the trend also same, the stroke is always show the bad result, but after we treat with the nerve growth forte, then we can see it show a significant result towards the animal. Okay, okay, next we move to the histopathological analysis. Okay, from this study, we can see that there are four region in hippocampus: CA1, CA2, CA3, and dental gyrus. But for this study, basically CA1 and CA3 is the most significant one for stroke study. But I try to check CA1 and the dental gyrus, either there is a changes or not. So based on this study, even from this histology, we cannot really appreciate the changes. But once we do the histomorphometry, we count the number of the cell. Then you can see here, this is the number of the cell at C1, C2, C3, and C4. So for the normal animal, you can see the number of the neuron is, you can see that roughly around 60 plus number. But in stroke, the number is dropped 50% here. But after we give the treatment, the number of the nerve is growing, and grow. Okay, so that's why I give the name for this product nerve grow, because we can see by using this molecular study and also histopathological study, we can see that there is a potential of the neuron to grow after we give the treatment. The treatment we only give for 1 month, but we can see the effect, which is almost 30% plus. Okay, within 1 month. So for me, 30% in 1 month is more than enough. Okay, what happens if, let's say, we give more than 1 month? Maybe the neuron can grow more than this. Okay, so the trend is also same with CA2, CA3, and dental gyrus. Okay, so this is one of the reason, one of the finding that also can support our study after the after the behavior, and also we prove with this histological study. Okay, the next one is ELISA. Okay, so this one we just want to see the pathway of this inflammation, neuroinflammation. So by using this TNF alpha, interleukin 1 beta, interleukin 6, and also NF kappa B, then we can see, okay, In a normal animal, okay, you can see the what we call the expression is very less, meaning that there is no inflammation at all. But after stroke, you can see all the markers show got inflammation. But after we give the treatment and it is dropped here in TNF alpha, okay, same goes to interleukin 1 beta, interleukin 6, and F kappa B. So from this ELISA, from this biochemistry study also, we have another evidence to prove that this nerve growth 40 has the anti-inflammatory action, okay, for this study. But especially for high dose, which is 100 mg per kg dose, it is show very, very significant changes in anti-inflammation. Okay, so this is for ELISA test. Okay, so what I can say from this study, okay, from this study, I can say that nerve growth 40 has a beneficial impact toward the neurological recovery, and it also have the potential to help to improve the post-stroke, especially in the motor outcomes, memory and learning, and also in histopathological study. Okay, so that is for the first product that I have. So this one is actually the product of Nerve Growth 40 that I have in the market at the moment. Okay, you can Google this one. Even this one, we have put in Lazada, Shopee, and also TikTok platform also. So we have Nerve Growth. Previously, we have this one only, Nerve Growth Forte. But after 1 year, we come up with the Nerve Growth Forte. Sorry, you cannot see this one is half only. This one is actually a Nerve Growth Forte for kids. Okay, for this one, we make it like a gummy bear. Okay, gummy bear. But this one, no need to worry because we don't put any sugar in this. I mean artificial sugar. We just use the sugar from the fruit itself. Okay, and then Alhamdulillah, from this project also, I was awarded with the Gold Medal Award in NTE 2022, Gold Medal Award in ITEX 2022, and also Gold Medal Award in Tercipta 2022 for this one product. Okay, so this one is the what we call the certificate from this product. Okay, so this one is actually the Nerve Growth Forte that we have in the market. Okay, and then that one is the Nerve Growth Forte. So that one is from 2002 2003. Okay, and then after 2003 we have changed and we changed a new formulation, then we changed the name, but same thing, 3 different type of the mushroom, but we changed the name, we call as Nerve Gene. Okay, why we changed the name? Because we changed the formulation, because based on our post study, then we can see that the new formulation is much more better than we changed this one. And then last year, December last year, I went to SIFF, Seoul International Innovation Fair, December last year. And then for this project in Seoul, I won silver medal, number 2 position in Seoul International Innovation Fair in Seoul, Korea last year. Okay, so this one is some of the research activity in Singapore. Okay, the one that I've mentioned last time, the one that we have collaborate in Singapore. Me and my student. Okay, this one is my master student. This one is Dr. Nick. We went to Singapore. We attached in Nanyang Technical University, and also in NNI, National Neuroscience Institute, also in Singapore. Okay. So this one is our collaborators in Singapore, Dr. Chen Bo and also Dr. Liao Peng, who is the one who introduced me with this method. She's working in National Neuroscience Institute in Singapore. Okay, so that is for first project. Okay, let's move to the second project. Okay. The second project is the stainless bee honey. Okay, I think this one is quite common in Indonesia also. In Malaysia, we call as kelulut. Okay, kelulut, which is the stainless bee honey. Okay, so this one is actually one of the project that I developed. Okay, this one I use this stainless bee honey for what we call Alzheimer's disease. Okay, for Alzheimer's disease. Okay, so for this Alzheimer's disease, Alzheimer's is actually one of the first one. Okay, the first neurodegenerative disease. Okay, the first neurodegenerative disease in the world right now. The second one is Parkinson disease. Okay, so Alzheimer's disease is actually a progressive neurodegenerative disorder that primarily affect memory, affect your thinking, and also affect your behavior. it is the most form of dementia, meaning that this Alzheimer is actually number one neurodegenerative disease and actually number one of dementia family umbrella. Okay, so once we talk about this Alzheimer's, okay, first and foremost, we need to know what are the causes, what are the risk factors that contribute to this Alzheimer's disease. So exact causes are unknown actually. Okay, we don't know what is the exact causes for this one, but there are key factors including age. Okay, age, which is senior citizen. Most of common people over 60 or 65 years old is the most common attacked by this Alzheimer's. Okay, number two is genetic, okay, such as the presence of the ApoE gene in our body, especially in the brain. Okay, number three is because of the family history, and last but not least, this one is the higher contribution nowadays, which is our lifestyle. Okay, our lifestyle. Okay, and other potential risk factor is this including head trauma, cardiovascular condition, and also diabetes. So diabetes is actually one of the diseases that may contribute to this Alzheimer's disease also, but it is not very high, but still diabetes is one of the contributor for this Alzheimer's disease. Okay, so for this Alzheimer's disease, it's caused the neuron in the brain to degenerate and die. Okay, this situation then lead to the symptom of the disease, mainly loss of the memory. Okay, and this one, as I mentioned before, it is 60 to 70% of dementia causes by Alzheimer's disease. So Alzheimer's disease start in the region of the brain that responsible for the memory. Okay, so this one is because of the accumulation of the one protein that we call as amyloid plaque or amyloid protein, and also the combination of the neurofibrillary tangle that we can find this one in the hippocampus region. Okay, so for the brain changes in Alzheimer's, okay, Alzheimer's is characterized by the build-up of the beta amyloid, okay, build-up of the beta amyloid plaque and the tau tangles protein in the brain, which is disrupt the cell. So once this protein, we call as a bad protein, once they are present in our brain, or they can disrupt cell function. Normal protein accumulate, lead to the death of the brain cell and shrinkage of the brain tissue. So that's why people who affect with this Alzheimer's, the brain will be smaller, smaller, and smaller. Because of what? Because of the shrinkage of the brain tissue. Okay. Okay, so that is for Alzheimer's. Okay, so that the next one, this one is actually the level of the Alzheimer's. Okay, you can see here mild, from mild to moderate and to severe. Okay, so another study is actually, you can see this image. Okay, this one is actually the brain of the Alzheimer's. You can see this one, this left side is a normal one, and then the right side is the shrinkage of the brain side. This one is actually one of the image, one of the structure of the brain which is affected with Alzheimer's disease. Okay, so one of the study also mentioned that the this function of the mitochondria, okay, mitochondrial dysfunction also may lead to this Alzheimer's disease also. Okay, so globally, we can see that the Alzheimer's is one of the major public health issue due to its long duration and also the intensive care, okay, of this. We need or we require, okay, to reduce the number of this Alzheimer's. Okay, Alzheimer's disease also keep increasing every single year. Okay, so as I mentioned before, that one is because of the genetic, and the most important thing is actually because of the lifestyle that we have done at the moment now. Okay, so this one is actually the drug, okay, the drug that we use to treat the Alzheimer, but this donepezil is actually not to treat, but just to control the symptom. Okay, but the problem now is actually donepezil is, you take donepezil, it comes together with a side effect. Okay, it may lead to the bradycardia, and later it may lead to the heart failure. Okay, and then you can see this statement: donepezil does not cure Alzheimer's or slow its progression, and it's not effective to treat the Alzheimer, but it is only just to control the symptom of the disease. Okay. Okay, so in this study, I come with the idea after we brainstorm with one of the researcher from University Science Malaysia. Okay, so we come up with the idea to use stainless bee honey as a treatment. Okay, as a treatment for this Alzheimer's disease. So this stainless bee honey, or we call as SBH, is in the family of melatonin. Okay, which is subfamily of the bee. Okay, this one is very this as stainless bee honey is very special. Okay, it's very special because in this SBH, stainless bee honey, there are one type of the glucose we call as 3-hallose. Okay, so this one is actually one of the killer. Okay, one of the killer, or I always use one of the bioactive compound that is very impactful, very important to show the inflammation, anti-inflammation, and oxidative stress induced. Okay, so this one, the trehalose is actually the active compound, the main active compound that can help in treating Alzheimer's disease itself. Okay, so we use this one as the point for this study because this trehalose has the neurodegenerative activity, okay, and also got the activity of neurogenesis. What is neurogenesis? Growing or potential to grow a new neuron in our brain. So this is actually the power of trehalose. Okay, so the next one, this one is the statistic worldwide projection of Alzheimer's disease. You can see the projection from 2005, 2010, 2015, and then up to 2014 and 15. So this one is actually the projection, okay, the projection. You can see in 2030, which is another 5 years from now, okay? So the number of the Alzheimer's patient will be increased double from 2005. Within 25 years, it increased double. Okay, and then the projection mentioned here, this one is from WHO. In 2050, which is another 25 years, the number of Alzheimer's disease will be increased up to more than 106 million people globally. Okay, so which means the number is increased every year. So that's why I mentioned to you just now. The lifestyle is one of the main contribution now for this disease. Okay, so the prevalence for this one, okay, over 55 million at the moment. Okay, at the moment, we have roughly around 55 million people globally are living with dementia, living with Alzheimer's, accounting for 60 to 70% of these cases. Okay, so in United States itself, in USA itself, approximately 6.7 million people aged around 65 years old and older have Alzheimer's disease as of 2023, which is last year. Okay, 6.7 million people live with this Alzheimer's. Okay, so the projected to reach nearly 13 million by 2050 in USA itself. So I mean that this will be double within 7 years up to 2030. Okay, so this one is also affected to our economic cost, okay, because the global cost for dementia, for Alzheimer, is exceed 1 trillion annually to treat this Alzheimer's disease. Okay, so the mortality also quite high. Okay, Alzheimer's. Just now we are talking about the stroke. Okay, stroke is number 2 mortality in the world right now. Okay, but for this Alzheimer's, okay, for this Alzheimer, the mortality is number 6 in the world globally. Okay, 6 leading cause of the death. Okay, in especially in the global. Okay, in the global area. Okay, so even we also can expect the life expectancy, average life expectancy after the diagnosis of Alzheimer's also. We can see that this is